Welcome to a special edition of the BroadStreet Sports Podcast Mock Draft Edition. Today, me and Logan will be giving you a mock draft of the first round of tomorrow's NFL Draft. You want to go first? Would you like me to go first?
I can go first because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we both have the same pick. I have the Panthers picking Bryce Young.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. And then I think our second picks are different. So who did you pick for the Texans?
Actually, I don't have the Texans picking number 2 overall. I have a trade going down between the Colts and the Texans, which I have C.J. Stroud going number 2 to the Colts, and then I have Jalen Carter going number 4 to the Texans in the trade. What's your thoughts on that trade?
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, it could happen. It's not unlikely, but I don't think it will happen. I have C.J. Stroud going to the Texans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just like no trade, they're just going to take the quarterback,
Yeah.
no questions asked.
Yeah, I'm keeping the mock draft nice and simple. No trades.
Nice.
Not today.
Okay. And then I have Will Anderson going 3. Who do you have?
I have Will Anderson also going to the Cardinals.
Okay.
And then
Go ahead and
at
continue
number
with your
4
draft.
at number 4 I have the Colts picking up Will Levis.
Okay.
So who do you got?
Well, I said the aforementioned Jalen Carter
Yeah.
in the trade I made with C.J. Stroud.
Oh, nice. All right.
Go ahead.
And then with me, I have the Seahawks, and they're going with Jalen Carter. I have the Seahawks and Jalen Carter.
Okay.
You?
I have Anthony Richardson.
Nice. All right. And then with the Lions, I have Devontae Witherspoon.
I also have them taking a cornerback, but I have Christian Gonzalez. I think
Nice.
he's a better prospect, but it's a toss-up between the two.
And then with the Raiders, I have Christian Gonzalez.
Okay. Well, I have Tyree Wilson, the edge from Texas Tech.
Yeah. All right. And then I have Wilson going to the Falcons.
You have Wilson going to the Falcons with the
Yeah.
next pick. We're taking similar positions with
Yeah.
different players because I have Nolan Smith, number 8 to the Falcons.
Yeah. Who you got for the Bears?
I got Peter Skoronski.
Yeah, me too.
We pretty much know what the Bears need, which is offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. And then the good old Eagles,
Yes.
who are most likely going to take Bijan Robinson.
Yes.
But I don't want him.
Bro.
I have him in the mock draft because I know we're going to take him, but I don't want him. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying we have more holes in the defense than we do offense. So, I don't know. I think we might as well draft more defense, I guess.
I gotta disagree, bro.
Yeah.
Him in this offense, who's stopping this offense? Let me just tell you this offense real quick. If Bijan Robinson is added, you got Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Robinson in the backfield. This offensive line that's best in the league with guys like Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, probably Cam Jurgens, and Lane Johnson. Then on the receiving core, you got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, and Dallas Goedert. You add Robinson to the mix, bro. Nobody's stopping that offense, and it's going to be easy to score points on teams. I just think it's a chance you got to take because it could work out great in the end, and I don't see anything really going wrong with it. He fits here. He would fit perfectly. We could be a run. You saw it last year. Some games we were pass heavy, had crazy pass games, and the next week would have crazy run games. This team is built to either have a running heavy game or a passing heavy game. And if you had one of the best running back prospects to come out since Saquon Barkley, that would be pretty good. I just see a lot of LaDainian Tomlinson in him, and I think he could really do something in this league. And I can't see him going to another team. If I see him go to I would be mad if he went to another team before us, but I would be even more mad if we passed up on him.
I guess on some level, but I also think our O-line's so good that any running back will thrive. So it's at the same time, they'll do, whoever we have, if we just start Penny, he'll do good on our O-line. So that's why I don't think a running back is necessary. But I'm not saying he would do bad. I'm sure he would do really good here, and we would have the best offense with him. But I think we don't need him, and we have more holes to fix on our defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I wouldn't be upset necessarily, but I don't know.
Definitely. So who do you have with the 11th pick?
The Texans? I have Paris Johnson going to the Texans.
Pierce Johnson?
Or not the Texans. Titans.
Titans.
Titans, yeah.
Okay. Well, I actually don't have the Titans picking here because I have another trade going down between the Packers and the Titans. And I had the Packers going to go get their number one receiver for their new quarterback, Jordan Love, since Aaron Rodgers has got traded to the Jets officially. What's your thoughts on that trade before I get into how I pick?
It was really quick. I know, it really.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The process, not much, it didn't think about.
I'm sure it took him like 10 minutes to figure it out, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think he's just going into the most competitive division, and I don't think they'll win the division. They might get second. I don't know. I had to see what the Dolphins do, because if they have the same quarterback situation as they did this year, they're not beating the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tua gets another concussion and start bleeding out of his eyes or ears or whatever, then I think the Dolphins are screwed and the Jets are going to take second.
Okay.
In the division, at least.
I think, honestly, it took too long, and I don't know. I think the Jets got scammed.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers will play for about 3 years.
3 years? He says he's committed in his press conference, welcome press conference today.
Well, you have to say you're committed in a press conference. It's really bad.
No, like pretty much not committed to the team, like committed to play for a little bit longer than 1 year.
Yeah, I have him playing for at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll play for 3 for them and then retire, because he's not exactly young.
Oh, definitely.
He's the oldest quarterback right now. Currently playing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's either him or what's Ryan Tannehill's age?
No, Ryan Tannehill's not even close to Rodgers' age. No, he's not even close.
I don't know how old he is. He looks old.
He's not. I think he's only, I believe, 33 or 34.
Jesus, that dude looks like he's 50.
Really?
Yeah, that guy does not age well.
Wow.
I had him at, at least 37. Maybe 36 at best.
Okay. It's interesting now. So getting back to my point, with the trade, I have them getting Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. In my opinion, the best receiver in this draft. So, what are your thoughts on the trade? And do you think both teams, what do you think about it?
I think they could do that, honestly. I think he would do good on the Packers, but I have Jackson Smith and Jigba going with the Texans with the 12th round pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with my 12th overall pick, I have the Texans taking Will Levis, since I had them taking defense.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right, moving on to number 13, I have the Packers taking Luke Van Ness.
Okay. Well, with my projected trade, I have the Titans selecting Paris Johnson Jr.
All right, nice. All right, moving on to 14, I have the Patriots taking Joey Porter Jr. as a corner. I think he'll do really good there, and they definitely need it.
Wow, Joey Porter going 14. I have Devin Witherspoon still on my board, so I think he's the better prospect than Porter, obviously, but I have him going there to the Patriots. What about 15? Who do you have the Jets taking?
Jets, I have them taking Jones.
Broderick Jones?
Yep, they do need an offensive tackle.
So do I. I have them taking Broderick Jones as well. Go ahead. What about the Commanders?
I have, what's his face? The offensive tackle, Wright.
Darnell Wright?
Yeah, Darnell Wright.
Since I didn't have Joey Porter going to the Patriots, I have him going to the Commanders. Commanders, one of their biggest needs is corners, and their defense is already good, so adding as much young players as possible is better for them. Like, if they can keep that young core together, then it's going to be good for them. I think their defense could be one of the top 5s in the league.
Who you got for 17?
Pittsburgh, I have Luke Van Ness going a little bit longer than what you said with 13.
I have the Banks, the corner from
Deontay Banks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he'll do good there. I don't know. I feel like the Steelers always need defense, and you could always use a good corner. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who'd you have with the Lions at the 18th overall pick?
I have the Nolan Smith, the edge rusher from Georgia.
Very nice.
Yeah. I think he'll do good there. I don't know.
Well, since I had Nolan Smith going 10 picks before, which I don't know how many people are going to agree with that, but it's my opinion, so that's what I think. Yeah. I have the Lions taking Myles Murphy, another good edge rusher from Clemson.
Well, speaking of Myles Murphy, I have Tampa Bay taking him with their 19th pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, This is gonna shock you. I have 5 quarterbacks going in the first round, and here's the 5th one. I have Hendon Hooker going number 19 overall to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's your thoughts on that?
Definitely preparing for the future a bit, but I guess it makes sense. He won't start. I have Baker Mayfield starting for them, but he's not. I'm sure he could do something, but he's not like a franchise quarterback. Like, he's moved around so much. Like, he's good for like those like couple weeks where like your starting quarterback gets hurt. Because I know he was on the Panthers for a little bit. He was on the Rams for a little bit, but it's I don't know. I think he'll play for about maybe like a season and a half, and then they'll put in Hendon Hooker.
Very
But it makes sense, I guess. I could see it for like the future.
Who do you have at the 20th pick going to the Seahawks?
I have Anthony Richardson.
Wow.
Yep.
Fast. I find that very interesting.
Yep.
He could be, in my opinion, he's the perfect bridge quarterback to Geno Smith. I think Pete Carroll can develop him into a really good quarterback. I kind of see he can do with Russell Wilson, but even more, because I think Anthony Richardson, if he's hit or miss, but if he hits, he could be one of the best. I see prime Cam Newton in this comparison.
Yeah. I don't know.
If he hits, at least.
I was going to put, because I have Jalen Carter. They picked Jalen Carter before Anthony Richardson. But the only reason I picked Jalen Carter is because I feel like they need him more, I guess. Because even if they don't get Anthony Richardson, they still have Geno.
Yes.
And they'll have time to get a replacement. So it's not like end-all, be-all. So that's why I picked Jalen Carter over him first.
So, who do you have with the 21st pick?
I have the Chargers.
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. I forgot to tell you my pick. I had Darnell Wright, offensive tackle from Tennessee.
Nice.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, get back into the Chargers.
I have Quentin Johnson.
So do I.
Yeah.
They need a number 3 receiver.
Yeah,
they need as much, because especially if they trade Eckler.
Yeah.
Herbert's going to need as much targets as possible.
I think Herbert needs a young receiver, because I feel like
both of those guys are really old.
they're older. Like, they're in their like 30s, and I don't know. They can only last for so much longer. So that's why I kind of think they're trying to trade away Austin Eckler just to get like some picks, and it's not like he still has some value to him, and they're trying to trade him away while he still has some value.
Yeah.
Before he has none.
So what about the Ravens? Who do you have going to there with the 22nd pick?
I have Addison.
So do I.
Yeah.
Back to back, like both these teams need receivers. Because they really don't have, they're old, or for the Ravens example, they really don't have any except for OBJ. So
and he hasn't played yet, so we don't know. And
he's coming off a second torn ACL of his career,
and he's old, so that's like a double negative.
Yeah, double whammy.
Yeah. All right, who you got for the 23rd? Vikings.
23rd, I have Deontay Banks, the corner from Maryland. Excuse me. So, yeah.
I have Myers or Mayers.
Mayer.
Yeah, Mayer.
Really?
Yeah.
With T.J. Hawkins in there.
Yeah, I think he'll be a good backup.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how about you for the Jaguars?
I have Brian Branch.
I have Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State.
All right, yeah. I don't know. I think they need a safety more, but so with the Giants, I have Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers, fascinating.
Yeah.
So I also have Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
I think he would be a good fit in their offense. He's a speed threat, and he can also. His catch and run ability is amazing. Like, he can turn like a 5-yard play into a touchdown. That's how fast he is, and he would fit perfect because the Giants, they need a speed guy, but who's also reliable because they've had speed guys before, but they always haven't been reliable. So
yeah, I think I think any receiver will do there because they don't really have any weapons on the offense, I guess. And Daniel Jones, I mean, he's kind of a goofball. I'm just gonna call him that. He's kind of a goofball. And he was Danny Dimes for about a week, just because he beat the goofy Vikings in the playoffs. But I think if you give him like a good receiver, he might actually be good.
Yeah,
like he'll be one of like the.
Well, we'll have to see. He already has Darren Waller. How about you give him one more wide receiver to see how
he could be like he could be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFC. Overall, he won't.
Well, there's not that much competition now.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who you got for the Cowboys? 26th.
Dalton Kincaid.
I got him too. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I have for the Bills, I have Osiris
Torrance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they could always use offensive line help. I have Jahmyr Gibbs.
Really? Yeah, I guess.
Go ahead, speak your opinion. How do you actually feel about the pick? Go ahead.
Yes and no. Do you remember, he's a running back, right? Yeah.
Yes, from Alabama.
Yeah, they kind of do need a running back, so
Yeah.
I guess I agree with that. I don't know. I feel like they also have a good bit of holes on their defense, too, so it's kind of like the same standpoint as the Eagles. But I'm not a Bills fan, so I don't really care what they do. Not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who do you have with the Bengals at the 28th pick?
I have Harrison.
Anton Harrison,
Yes,
the offensive lineman?
Yes, they need offensive linemen. I think if you give Joe Burrows a good offensive lineman, he could do great, because he is a crappy O-line now, so look what he can do with a crappy O-line, and imagine what he could do with an amazing O-line.
Mm-hmm.
That's somebody who could possibly be better than Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I have somebody on the same side of the field, on the same side of the football, but I have a skill position. I have Michael Mayer. He gets a actual good tight end, and
All right.
yeah, he doesn't have offensive line, but Joe Burrow's proved again and again and again that he doesn't need offensive line. He can do whatever he needs to, but you see, you get him targets, and he gets even better. Thinking about it, the double teams on Jamar Chase are gonna come. The T Higgins and Tyler Boyd, they're gonna get maybe double team from time to time. When you have a safety blanket like Michael Mayer across the field, it's gonna be good.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I just like to imagine a Burrows with a really good O-line.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dream I would love to have.
So, and then you say earlier, if he was behind the Eagles' offensive line.
Yeah. Well, that was like the first, because I just thought of a really good O-line, and we have a really good O-line. So if you put those players on the Bengals, or just take Joe Burrows and put him on the Eagles, I think he would do really good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about the Saints? Who do you have going over number 29 over?
I have the defensive lineman from Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Kalijah,
yeah.
Okay. I have also a defensive line, but I have Brian Breeze, number 20.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, so we're pretty much trapped in the same position with different players.
Yeah, I have for the Eagles, I have Brian Breeze.
Ah.
I have him going there. We need linemen.
Well,
I gave you Bijan Robinson. Everything else is defense. I gave you the running back.
Well, I'm also drafting defense, and I'm also drafting a Brian, but I'm not going to be drafting Breeze. I'm drafting Brian Branch.
Right.
They already have Terrell Edmonds for 1 year. How about you get another guy, but this guy's here for at least 4 years, and he's young. I believe he's only 21, 22. This guy could be a future star on the Eagles. He could be that would pretty much that would pretty much make your secondary set for the year, and I would be very confident in our secondary going into next year. All right, with this final pick of this one-round mock, who do you have the Chiefs taking?
I have McDonald the fourth, the edge rusher.
Well, so do I. I have Will McDonald. So, yeah, we pretty much, it's the first round. We already know people who are going, but you don't know. You don't know if you go in the first round, could slip into the first round. It's going to definitely be an interesting night tomorrow.
Yeah.
And don't forget to tune in to the BroadStreet Sports Podcast live stream for the draft reactions tomorrow. Probably starting around 7:50, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys tune into that. You got any more thoughts? Talk about any more things about the draft, or?
No, I will add, we kind of forgot about the Steelers a little bit. 32.
Yeah.
I have them taking Mazzie Smith. Just to get through that quickly.
I had them Kalijah Kancey. We really didn't say that because that is technically going into the second round because the Dolphins, they did have their pick forfeited. So, yeah. You got any more thoughts, or?
No, all good.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning in to watch this special edition of a BroadStreet Sports podcast. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the live stream around 7:50, 8 o'clock. Other than that, you guys have a good day and stay safe.
Peace.